it's Eve's floor, and today we're doing prenatal workout on Reformer. Starting with a gentle shoulder warm up, few circles forward and few circles backwards. Start with the smaller circles and increase range. Stay with me, fun coming. Now, right shoulder forward, left backwards. Little bit of brain exercise. I love that one. Brain gets confused always. And we're gonna switch it off. Left forward, right backwards. For the next series, we're gonna do footwork. I set up 2 red springs, but completely up to you, whatever feels comfortable. I want to grab your attention that I'm currently seated nicely, leaning backwards in one line, elbows on the shoulder pads. Why? Because in pregnancy we don't want to put too much pressure and we're trying generally to avoid line footwork. If before we did a double calf stretch, now running. Bending one knee, other heel goes under the reformer. If this workout felt comfortable, you can try to get a little bit more with bringing your arms on the side of the reformer. 2 calves and then again running. 2 red feels a little bit intense, but stay with me. Next one, just simple bending your knees. Watch out, I'm trying to bend left and right equally. And next one is tricky. We're gonna bring one leg teeny tiny off of the carriage, pointing your toes, and on the left knee is bending. It's harder than it looks like, and if you feel any tension in abdominal area, if you feel it's too much, I suggest you skip forward, because that one could be a little bit intense depending how strong is your hip flexors. If hip flexor can hold without putting work on abdominals, then it's good to go. We're finishing up almost footwork with a nice progression, heels on the bar, toes apart. Just a few more. And we're gonna go to arm exercises. I'm gonna switch to one blue, depending again on your reformer settings. For me, this model, it's a Korean brand, and they quite tough on the blue actually. I'm gonna start with a gentle mermaid stretch, reversing. Now in mermaid position, you can sit cross-legged as I do now, or if you're comfortable, go into the full mermaid seated position. I find it, especially in pregnancy, cross-legs feels sometimes nicer. And we're gonna add few upper body rotation. I want to bring your attention that my hips are not moving. The rotation is happening only in thoracic spine, only in upper body. I'm trying hard to keep my head between the shoulders. And to balance, we're gonna do same thing on the other side. Especially with rotation, if you feel that you're holding arm, if you feel any tension on the wrist, you may play around with the arm position to move it slightly up, to open up wrist more, but you may want to drop the spring if you feel heavy work on the holding arm. Ideally, that should be a stretch exercise and not arm exercise yet. Same thing with the rotation, focusing on a rib cage rotation, trying to keep hips stable. And once we're done with a gentle stretch and warm up of the upper body, we're gonna go to arm exercises. I'm gonna keep one blue, it's gonna be single arm. Same thing, up to you. If you wanna work harder, go to red one, although I think red could be quite heavy, depending on your strength though. So very first exercise, simple. I'm trying to keep elbow at the same distance from the ribcage, palm is facing the ceiling. On exhale, bring palm closer to the center of the body and returning back. If you feel that the elbow is jumping, put something in between. It could be yoga block, it could be blanket, or anything which will hold your elbow stable. Now going to the opposite arm. Same idea, similar. I'm trying to keep my elbow as stable as possible. Palm is facing the ceiling. This one is quite heavier, and if you noticed, I did switch to longer strap. In this variation, if longer strap feels too loose, too easy, go to the shorter one. As usual for arm exercises, short strap will be always harder, long one will be easier. And we're moving on back to the left arm. Simple exercise. Imagine like you're serving single plate. You're trying to move elbow just forward and back to the ribcage. Palm is still facing the ceiling. Not twisting in the wrist. We don't wanna put any additional pressure on the wrist. And once we're done with the left arm, we're gonna move to right one. I'm gonna switch to long loop. It's building up, especially closer to the fourth one. It's building up, so it's getting harder. You see my face, a little bit heavy. You may drop the spring, or you can help yourself, as what I'm doing right now, just helping with a few fingers. What's the idea? Then 80% of work still done by the right arm, but fingers are helping teeny tiny on the last bit. You can use this trick when, especially at the end of the sequence, you may feel it's a little bit heavy, but you don't want to drop the spring and then put the spring again. So this is a little trick to help. Arms are tired for now, so we're gonna do a little bit of break between, give them some rest. We're gonna go to all fours position. I thought I'm dropping the bar, but no. It's been quite some time since I recorded the video. We're gonna go to cat and cow. Personally, in pregnancy, I prefer to put arms on the shoulder pads. It just gives more space. And in this video, I'm in the beginning of second trimester, so still okay to put arms down. But believe me, closer to the third one, there is not much space left. So you definitely want to elevate. A little bit more of the footwork. In this variation, I'm trying to keep my hips stable, so no rotation in the hip area. And another thing to watch out, your tummy is pulling you down always in pregnancy, so make sure we're not overextending our lower back. If you feel extension, do a little bit more of a print. We're changing to other foot. I'm doing on the ball of the foot, but honestly, you can play around, you can try on a heel or in the middle of the foot, whichever you want to try today. Same thing, trying to keep hips stable, no overextension, focusing on a slow bend in the knee and pressing carriageway. Child pose. Again, I prefer arms on the shoulder pads just to give more space to tummy. Especially right now I'm in third trimester, so right now usual child pose almost impossible for me. But on the video it's still second trimester. so still have some space. And we haven't forgotten about other arms. I know a little bit boring to repeat the same exercise, but we want to have a balanced body. The first one was just moving your palm across, closer to the chest. Exhale to bring to the center of the body. Inhale to return. Single arm short strap. Later on, this is the right arm for me, so it feels quite easy. Left one, gonna grab the long spring, and that's gonna feel heavier because naturally for most of us, especially those who are raising with the right arm, left would be the weaker one. I'm trying, my elbow is jumping a little bit, but I'm trying too hard to keep it more or less stable. The movement coming in there, palm and wrist, but again, wrist is straight, no extension. If too heavy, help yourself with a few fingers of opposite arm. I'm gonna go to the single, sorry, not too late. It's easy to see and notice any flaws when you do video. But in this particular moment, I actually like that the shoulders at the same height, because very common in arm exercises that the working arm works harder and one shoulder may hike up. So we trying to be mindful, keeping your shoulders away from the ears and trying to keep them at the same height. We're almost there. Serving plate with a single arm. This is final from 4 exercises on the arm. And I'm helping again, teeny tiny, with opposite palm fingers. The exercises are building up. Believe me, to the 4th one, you start feeling the kick. And now, almost finishing. I'm still on one blue, although this exercise could be a little bit dangerous because I'm gonna go to the single arm later on. For now, just opening hips and pressing carriage away. If you feel that one blue is too light, or if you feel that your arms are too tired, little bit of shaky, go to heavier weight, because heavier in this case is actually will give you more stability. On exhale, pressing knees away, opening hips, and adding a little bit of rotation in upper body. This one is harder than it looks like, and again, try just once. If you feel that it's hard to control, you're going too far, spring higher. And final movements before we go, finishing up cross-leg position, same way as we started. Few circles with the shoulders forward, few backwards, focus on a long deep breath, and we're gonna do final neck stretch. One arm around the waist, other palm is gently pressing on the neck. You should feel nice, gentle stretch, no painful sensations, and opposite side as well. Go check out my other prenatal videos, and thank you for being